everybody? Welcome to Cousins All In. Cousins version of All In, I should say. We're here live. UFC's back. College football bowl season's coming. People wanted UFC, and we got a big card this week. Themba's fighting. We got UFC Sugar Daddy here. And now, Anthony, kick off the show.
Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. It's like clockwork when we go through this, but it's what's important is if you do it. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell.
When we say ring the bell, it means sub, so we can get like that plaque for 100,000 gamblers that watch the show.
Help us grow so we can do some cool shit and more giveaways and get some sponsors on this show.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're already here watching it.
Yes.
You're like already wasting your day and you're like, oh, fuck
Help
these guys.
me
I'm here.
out.
You're here with us. Help us grow.
You're right. I challenge you all. Send this link to at least one of your friends.
Jordani's energy today is really good. I like it. All right, college football. Let's start it off.
College ball. Penn State, Oregon for the Big Ten. Funny to see Oregon playing for the Big Ten.
So I'm just trying, and I'm a little thrown off by this. Okay. Okay. So Oregon is 12-0. Do we think Oregon's the best Big Ten team?
I mean, the way that they beat Ohio State at this point in time,
yes,
and what they've been able to do throughout this season,
yeah,
they are 12-0. They are number one. I have to say yes. I can't deny it. I mean,
I don't think they're the best team.
I have to add one thing to that.
Let's hear that.
I don't know shit about football, you guys, but I do know this. Oregon has had the sickest gear since I was in middle school.
Fun
they
fact.
they have the best sponsor.
You know why,
there's a reason for that, Cuzzy.
The owner of Nike went to Oregon.
Fucker.
Long story short, he sponsors the team in its entirety. Anything they want, they get for free.
Big time.
I just want some of their gear. I don't know, wear it around my house.
That's why they get all the
gear is fire.
They get a lot of football
Not
recruits.
watching.
They get everything. Danny, I want your take on that a little bit on the Oregon Penn State, because this is a hell of a matchup. But I would have much rather seen Oregon Ohio State rematch
For sure.
personally. What do you think about this game here?
Yeah, I mean, Oregon has been arguably the most consistent team maybe in the country. Maybe not overall talent-wise, to your point. I mean, Ohio State had them beaten Eugene early in the year, but, Ryan Day, I digress. But I think Oregon in this matchup, they've been a consistent team when they've been low favorites. They've won 7 games in a row when the spread's been between 1 and 4 points. And on the other hand, I did have Penn State in the preseason to be a top 10 CFP team.
You did.
But I didn't believe they were going to be, national championship contender. And here they are, ranked in the top 4. But the one key stat we've talked about throughout the season, going back to when they lost to the Buckeyes, they've lost 9 straight games as an underdog under James Franklin.
So Penn State struggles to win the big game. They've lost 9 straight
as a dog.
I know this is going to sound crazy. I'm giving a pick about 3 minutes into the show.
Wow.
I'm going to be taking Penn State plus 3.5. Penn State plus 3.5.
That's a big number. I mean, that's a good number because they haven't won these games. They're 3-18 straight up against the AP top 10. But you're not taking them outright. You're just taking them to cover that number. And the experts in the desert think this one does come down to the wire. Ultimately, it is very bizarre. We've had a lot. It's a lot of new teams that are new conferences.
Can we agree? Is this Penn State when they play as an underdog typically is playing Michigan and Ohio State?
Correct.
Or maybe in Iowa. I think that they're going to be able to answer to Oregon. I do. Do I think they're going to win? I don't know. But I'm comfortable saying, you know what? I'll take 3.5 here. I think they'll be ready to play, and they play in Indianapolis, correct?
Correct. They do.
They play
and
in
tickets are surprisingly not expensive. I mean, upper deck seats were under $300.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead.
Because one team's traveling about 47,000 miles.
Yes.
And the other team's coming from the East Coast saying, we'll just save our money for the
CFP.
college football playoff.
I'll tell you what,
So,
the
Some people were shocked by
Nittany
that,
Lion faithful will all be there, though. They're going to light that place up. It's going to be a near home game.
geographically, Penn State has the advantage travel-wise.
Yeah.
And they got a big time fan base.
Do either
there.
of you have a pick for that game?
I got no pick on that game. I'm going to stay away
I don't
from
mind
that game.
I'd still lean the Ducks to win that game, but to your point, Penn State have one of the better tight ends. That will be a future
So
stud in the NFL.
Dan likes the Ducks. Let him take the
Outright,
Ducks.
yeah, outright,
So
yeah.
you can put on there.
Yeah.
Bonesy's got.
I'll take the Ducks,
Bonesy's got got the Ducks and I got plus 3.5 Penn
you
State.
go.
I'm okay with that. Anthony, next game, kick it off.
Next game, Georgia versus another unfamiliar face in the SEC, Texas this season. This is the game that I'm most looking forward to. I think in the first matchup, obviously Georgia did trounce them, but you've seen a lot of hope out of Texas in that game. They started to make a slow comeback. I don't expect them to start as slow as they did in that first game. It's going to be a really good one, I think.
So for me, this is one of my most anticipated games to watch because I think Georgia, I don't know if they want to win this game. And this brings up I'm going to argue a point here.
Yes.
I think you're better off being a lower seed in the CFP than you are being the high seed because you're going to have a team like Alabama that comes in and ends up in the 11 or the 12 spot. And then unfortunately, number one is going to have to maybe play a team like that.
Yeah.
Like, what's the advantage of winning all season to then end up having to play a team you're an underdog against? Isn't that crazy?
It is very bizarre. And to your point, Georgia, if they were to lose this game, many people still believe they wouldn't drop in the rankings and still be the 7th seed. Texas would stay as the 2. There's a chance they would play for a third time in the quarterfinals at a neutral site.
Why?
Of course, this one's in Atlanta, another neutral site. That would be pretty wild. If Georgia wins, they'd beat the 2 seed, obviously. And Texas could drop to maybe the 5 or 6, but if they drop to the 7, somehow not likely, they would still play again. So it is, to your point, there's some benefits we'll talk about.
I just don't
when we
think
get
it
here.
matters if Georgia wins this game. So it scares me when I look at this game. It scares me because either team's going to be like, screw it. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right or no?
I was gonna say, it doesn't matter if Texas wins this game.
They're both
either,
in
though.
safely, just like Penn State and Oregon.
They both might just be pitter pattering back and forth for the SEC, and at some point in the game, one of them just might say,
You ever watch the
you
NBA
could have it.
and they play in the fourth quarter? You might see something like that.
Yeah.
Can we go to one of these college games?
Buddy, we can go. I will be your,
Donnie's all
I will
in.
be
I like
your
college
sugar
girls.
daddy and bring you.
Well, this is SEC territory, so
Hey,
I want to go get my
Focus on the
master's at
game.
Alabama,
Look at
right?
me.
I want to go get my
Look at me.
master.
I don't know if you're ready for SEC tail. It's special.
it sounds like a challenge.
I would love the challenge.
You know who's ready for all the SEC tail? It's my boy Lane Kiffin,
No,
baby.
nothing a shot of penicillin can't fix.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
here we're gonna for the next
Yeah.
one. Clemson. Okay, real quick. I don't have a pick for that game.
Yeah, same.
I originally wanted Georgia, but then I was like, you know what? I don't think Georgia wants to win. I think they're better off losing and being a lower seed. I think they have an easier road to the final.
Can I say something real fast to the
Yes.
people? I just want to roll out the caution tape for this weekend slate of college games. Save a buck for the playoff games, the premier games. I really, really don't know what the mental aspect going into some of these games truthfully is when I break them down, honestly.
And many people think that, conference title games may not be around forever. So I'd lean Texas, but certainly to your guys' point, this game, it doesn't really mean nearly as much as it's meant
In the past.
forever. Yeah.
All right, next game, Clemson SMU. Now, I do have feelings on this game. I'm on SMU here. I like it. I like it on the money line. SMU is severely underrated. People do not realize how talented this team is. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody's giving them any respect. Nobody cares to give them any respect. I am on them here, and I think what's going to happen is SMU wins and knocks out Clemson. Bye-bye, Clemson. And I think it's going to be interesting. I mean,
That would be beautiful.
It would be.
I would love to see Clemson get bounced. I really would. And I do agree with you. This SMU team, they have some of the most athletic guys coming over the middle on that wide receiving core than any team in the country. I've seen guys catch balls 6 yards away from the line
SMU
of
might be better
scrimmage.
than the Cowboys right now.
They might be.
Too far?
They certainly
Too
win in the
far.
state of Texas. More
Bears
often.
aren't. I know that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
CeeDee Lamb would have something to say about that,
Yeah, well,
Cozy.
All right, fair. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
SMU did open as 2.5-point dogs on the Sunday when it came out. Already 2.5-point favorites.
So there's been a 5-point swing on this already. That's crazy. That's crazy.
SMU should be in regardless, but they would love. They went to the American
Now-
Athletic, won it last year. Now another new conference. They'd love to win the ACC.
If you like Clemson here, you could obviously buy a half point, have 3. Or you can wait and live wager. Live wagering has been paying off. We've had a friend of ours that's been live wagering games. You want to give Cuzzy Rick a shout out right now?
Yeah, cousin Rick, we love you, bro. This guy's been live wagering games. He hit us with a tip the other day. Him and I weren't, focused on the games. He called me, said, "Listen, Tennessee's playing. They're down. pound them right now. They're coming back.
Big Dick Rick.
Very
Shout out.
sharp play. Shout out to Ricky the ruler, Ricky the racer.
Ricky two-time, I love him.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
here's what I'm on SMU here, and this is definitely going to be a live wagering game. I think both teams want to win. This is a game where I think that I would think SMU, this is great for their program. If they win the conference and they knock someone out like this out, you can go get recruits like crazy. Hey, don't go play in the SEC. It's stacked. You come play by us. We got you. You're going to start, and you're not going to have to worry about nothing.
I think that every executive board member for the ACC is praying to God that SMU wins this game because they already know that the public feels a certain way about Clemson. So why not get SMU in there, win this game? They're ready as the 8 going in. They could only go up from there.
Hey,
people could rah-rah SMU.
Absolutely.
The ACC is strong.
You want to know why I have to?
yeah.
I'm going to give you another reason why I have to back SMU. All the kids that go there, their parents are rich, and they get bullied for it. So I'm on that board. You know,
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
have a question.
Sure, ask away.
Honestly, a question for the people watching and the followers
sure.
of you guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the players now being able to get money and endorsements? Is that helping? Do you like it? Do you
So
not
it's
like
funny.
it?
We're going to talk about this when we launch our show with a big guest. I won't say the
cool.
guest right
Okay,
now because you
cool.
never know what could happen. But okay, I'm going to give my opinion on NIL money, and I've said it to Anthony a couple times. I believe that NIL money might take away some future stars of ours because these guys are going to get all this money and they're not going to have the drive to get that big check from the NFL. So I think it could ruin the
I like
potential
that. That's very
big talent.
That's respectable.
That's my opinion. What I'd like NIL to do is give these kids 25% of what they get and lock the other money up until they go out of college.
Agreed.
That's what I would like
Play
to see.
for it, earn it.
Like, the money's yours, but only 25%. The rest
fair.
is locked in a fund that makes 10% a year, and we're going to actually pay you more than what you got, but we're going to make sure that money's safe. And I see a future going there because I think kids are going to lose control a little bit, and I think after it happens too much, they're going to say, okay, we want to pay the kids, but we need to protect their money. So, and not all of them have parents that are, responsible.
Yeah, a lot of these are young kids
These
from,
are
the,
young
from the
kids.
hood that are just getting a bag right now. And they're
Take that
not
out of
financially.
it. Take that out of it. You've got kids with no parents.
That too.
You've got kids coming from
No guidance.
Look at me. They're literally. You go and look at these linemen that are across the country. They're no-name guys, right?
Okay.
These guys come from nothing. Like we're talking, their parents work 9 to 5s. They work overnights. Their parents would be like, I don't even know what to do with $200,000.
They're relying on them to make it.
So I think that people need to come to the table and say, hey, we know your dad is a farmer, and we know that he works hard. He's not going to know what to do with $250,000. We're going to help you with that.
That's cool.
We're going to give you $50,000 of it. The rest of it's going to go into this fund. We're going to pay you 10% on that money until you're out of college.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even like if the school had a sector of like financial advisors on
I
the
was gonna say
staff,
that. That's a job.
that could kind of back and forth the contract on behalf of these guys that are within the university. That would be really cool. But that's a really lifelong lesson for a lot of these guys is make sure that your representation is solid and make sure you're putting your money in the right hands of the right people because we've seen this happen.
I mean,
many times
look at
before.
Baker Mayfield. His parents stole $12 million.
What about the blind side? Isn't there like controversy?
That just turned into a thing. But that family took him in and took care of him.
Yeah. Still.
I don't see anything wrong there, but we
Okay.
won't get into that one.
Okay.
All right, next game: Iowa State versus Arizona State. There is some news which I didn't even know because I wasn't even looking in to bet this game. But even though it is interesting because Arizona State wins, they're in. Iowa State wins, they're in.
Yep.
Iowa State looked dead in the water, and somehow they have a chance to still be in. But Arizona State, Bones, get into it.
Yeah, Jordan Tyson is ASU's leading receiver, almost 80 catches, over 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's out with a shoulder injury, out indefinitely. So even if they were to win this game, it would be a disadvantage for the Sun Devils. But they're a short favorite in this game. Iowa State not having to defend Arizona State's top option. Iowa State already number 3 in the FBS at defending the pass. Now with one less option, could make ASU one-dimensional. And Matt Campbell, for Iowa State, has been known for pulling off some upsets as of recency bias. He's been struggling, but here Iowa State is getting Arizona State a weapon short. It's going to make it very intriguing. Matt Campbell has gone 25-14-2 as a dog at Iowa State against the spread.
And what's the line in this game? 2.5?
2.5. You can get it at 2, but 2.5. ASU's favored. and
What's
that's
the
why-
location on this
Yeah,
game?
it's in Jury World, as they say. In
Dallas.
good old Arlington, yeah.
That's going to really help Arizona
Early
State.
kickoff,
Though.
yes.
It's really going to benefit Arizona State.
Yeah, that would help him.
I don't have a pick here, but it's a live wager game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a live wager game. I think that Arizona State, although they are down a guy, as you mentioned, being in a dome is going to help them out tremendously. The fact that they don't have to play in Iowa or anywhere else within the Big 12 that could potentially bring some cold weather would really screw them up, especially because...
No cold weather, cuz.
No.
Dude, how about the
Again,
Niners?
another team that isn't usually in the conference.
Yeah, so we got 3 dome games here. The only one outdoors in Charlotte, Clemson and SMU. So that's the only one.
That's interesting.
But it shouldn't be terrible in Charlotte.
Let me pull up these games. Here we go. Honestly, for college football, that's kind of all I want to go over. The other games are interesting. You know what? We're going to talk about one more. UNLV is facing Boise State. There's some controversy here, and I'm going to tell you why. If UNLV wins, should they be in?
Well, they would get in likely over Boise State for that group of 5 spots, and it would likely bump Boise out.
So that's the question.
Yeah, there's a lot to play for.
Does UNLV, so everyone said that the conference championship shouldn't affect the rankings.
Yeah.
So Boise State, if they lose, they're out now?
They're probably going to be out because you're looking at
Is that fair?
I say absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the see, that's back to what we were talking about a little bit. This is a conference championship. This is a real game. This is not an exhibition game. I'm playing you, you're playing me. The winner will go on and play.
But real quick, Georgia's not being affected if they lose.
Yeah, but I know, but I don't agree.
Yeah, so UNLV is ranked 20th right now in the rankings.
I
Boise's
have
10.
SEC bias.
These are real games.
I think the Big Ten and the SEC are the best 2 conferences in the country.
Yes.
Whether it's basketball, whether it's football, they're the best.
Yeah, the crazy world we live in. If Boise wins,
ACC has Duke and North
Sure,
Carolina.
sure.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Those are just collectively. That's my opinion.
if Boise were to win this game, they will get a bye to the quarterfinal because they're going to be ranked ahead of the Big 12 champion.
And then they'll be underdogs in the quarterfinal.
Correct. Against a team like Notre Dame or Penn State.
I don't want Boise State in. So I'm going to be taking UNLV
Rebels.
+4 in this game. You can put that in, UNLV +4. I want them to get the win, but I'll take the points to be safe.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to kick off into...
It's fight night now.
It's
Yes.
fight night. It's
fight night.
It's
Flex
everything
up.
you've been waiting for. It's UFC. UFC Jay is here. Cuzzy, kick us off. What's the first fight? Talk to us. Where's the fight happening? Give us the whole thing.
All right, first things first, Peep, the young LA. We had a crazy Black Friday sale. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Appreciate you guys.
They really did, though.
We broke some records. UFC 310. Now, this one's special to me because one of my best friends, Bilal Muhammad, was supposed to be the headliner for it. He got a crazy staph infection. He will be coming to defend his title.
When people
in
get
a
those
couple
staph
months.
infections, it comes from the mats, right?
It's like blood mixed with like sweat and an open wound. He
It's
could have lost
very,
his toe.
very, very
Pretty bad.
serious.
Yeah.
Can lead to
He
amputation.
could have died. Yeah, he could have died. It was he's actually been on a like antibiotic for 6 weeks, like a mobile one, like an IV. Mobile.
Oh, it's like they put a PICC line in or something like that? Is that
crazy.
what it's called? Like
so he's finally coming back now, and he's feeling good. But Shavkat is the co-main, and it's in Vegas. I will be there live, so if you're there, you see me, say what's up. It's going to be good energy. Bilal will actually be there. He's taking me backstage. I'm going to the Power Slap. I got VIP passes to both. It's going to be exciting. I'm at the Aria. We're going to gamble. We're going to win. These parlays are going to smack. I got some locks for you guys. It's one of my favorite cards. There's no women on the card. Slow clap.
So real quick, you're going to time out. You're going to Las Vegas this weekend
Yes.
to watch UFC and party.
Oh my God, I'm not going to sleep.
What a dangerous situation. What's the first fight we're going to talk about and kick
So,
off?
first fight we're going to talk about, I kind of just want to run through a few. Some will be quick, some will go into depth
fine.
with. Clay Guida versus Chase Hooper. There's no value on it. Chase is a minus 1,200. They've already fought before. It ended in a submission quickly. Clay needs to retire after this. He is for sure just an easy pick, minus 1,100, not worth it. I will not be touching the Michael Chiesa versus Griffin. I would lean towards Chiesa, but they're both old and washed. I wouldn't touch them either way. Now here we go into...
Hey, when you say this stuff, because you see these UFC guys.
Oh, yeah. No,
like,
they fucking look at
you
me.
You do realize that eventually they're going to see you after you start shooting the show and it goes viral. And
Hey, remember he
they're
called
like,
me old and
hey,
washed?
remember he called it old and washed? Fun fact, he was a Marine.
And I'm friends with Bilal. I'll be there with him.
But he hurted his back. No, yeah, Bilal's going to have it.
Yeah, I got Bilal.
So talk to us. So what about this
Well,
fight?
get that foot ready, cuz.
Okay, yeah. Bilal, I need you. Cody Durden versus Joshua Van. This is a very controversial fight right now. A lot of people are 50-50. The odds are almost even. Van's a minus 155. Durden's a plus 130. My heart's telling me Van. I'm going to dinner with Van, you guys. I'm actually going to be having dinner with the fighters on Friday. I get to meet Themba. We're going to get into Themba. Don't worry.
Themba.
I'm going to lean towards Joshua Van. I send him clothes. I love him. He's a thug. He's 4-1 in
Real
his last
quick,
5.
is this a I like Joshua Van to win, or he's my friend, I want him to win?
It's both. Durden has a very high fight IQ. If he wants to fight his fight, and Russell, he's very smart, he could do it. If Joshua Van fights his perfect fight, he could do it. So I'm going to lean towards Van on that, but that is not my lock for you guys. It's not my parlay, but he is in one of my Hail Marys.
Okay, here we call that a lean.
A lean.
We call it a lean.
You're not betting. That means you're not betting on
Are
it
you betting it?
necessarily?
In a Hail Mary, a few bigger parlays, yes, I will have.
So you're going to plug it in a parlay, but you're not betting it straight.
Yes.
It's a parlay plug-in.
Yes.
Parlay plug-in.
Parlay plug-in. Okay.
Parlay plug-in.
So now we're moving to Weidman versus Eric Anders. I had Weidman potentially on the last one, but then I met Eric, and then he actually was supposed to fight him last week or 2 weeks ago in New York.
And what happened?
I saw him actually. It was funny because I went to eat with him again the night before his fight, and he's like, "I'm already up 25 pounds. I'll be up another 10." I was like, "Bro, you're
Wait,
gonna
after they weigh in, they can eat as much as they
Bro,
want,
he
right?
was already up
Oh,
20.
yeah.
He said he was going to be up like 35, 40 pounds by the
After
time he
one
fought him.
day?
Yeah. So I look at him and I go, bro, you're going to like shit yourself. You're going to be sick. Next day, fight. I'm there at the fight and they go, Weidman and Eric Anders canceled food poisoning. And I'm like, I fucking told them.
He just ate too much.
So,
This was like 2 weeks ago.
yeah. So
Is there a better? Is it good for these guys to put the weight back on?
not that much. Not
right? That
much.
slows you down, right?
Dude, that's too much.
I thought it's usually after like these weigh-ins.
You
I
gain
thought it's
15
usually
from
like
just
one
water.
regular meal. Yeah, and
You'll
then some
gain-
water.
Yes, but like
Typically
a lot of
one
them
regular
overdo it.
meal.
Yeah,
These
a lot of
guys-
them overdo
these
it.
guys cut so much, it's
I
crazy.
might just stay away from it. I like Anders. I like Weidman. I had Weidman last time, but then I heard Weidman was actually complaining about he didn't get paid because he showed up 2 weeks ago ready to go. He made weight,
And he didn't
so
get paid.
he's owed money. So I don't know where they're at. Maybe in a mega parlay. If you follow my Instagram, I might post it, but I'm gonna stay away from that. Now, here's a good one for you guys. Randy Brown. He's an underdog, plus 185. Plus 185. Randy Brown.
That's Uncle Randy.
Uncle Randy.
It's Uncle Randy Brown.
Now, he's fighting Brian Battle. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a fan of Battle. And what's crazy is I became a fan of Battle. I have faded Battle his last 3 wins. I thought he was going to lose every time. He's tough as shit.
So he's won his last 3 fights?
Yeah, he's funny.
and you
he's
faded
tough,
him all
and I
3
faded
times.
him all
And you're
3
fading
times.
him a 4th time with Cousin Brown.
Yes, but let me tell you why.
Okay.
Yeah, why?
Okay, so Brian Battle used to be a heavyweight, 300-pound man.
So he
Now,
dropped
dude,
down.
he's dropped like 150 pounds. No, drastic. Like
150?
Life change, yes.
Oh my
like 130 pounds he's down. Yeah, crazy.
Oh.
So he has won a lot of people. He's tough, durable. He gets hit a lot, but he's never fought an exceptional, talented athlete. I'm talking Randy Brown is a specimen. He's taller, he's longer, he's lean, he's big. He's an athlete. He is
So,
real
so
one.
plus
He
185.
is Randy Brown.
He is
Do
Randy
you, what about the rounds in that one? Do you expect
So,
it to go over the 2.5 rounds?
They're both very tough. I could see if it ends quick, it could be Battle ending Brown. If it goes the distance, I think Brown does
Okay,
it.
that's an interesting way to look at it. All
Yeah.
right, Brown plus 185, but if it's short fight, you think Brown gets beat up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like Brown though. He is my underdog pick, but again, not my lock for you guys. I will bet him straight because I like the odds.
So Brown is a pick.
Yes. Now here is someone who you can lock in your parlay. His name is Mosavar Ilavov.
My God, you love this.
Yes. He's locked in. He's fighting Aljamain Sterling, former champ. No respect on the former champ. O'Malley took the belt from him, and they put him on a prelim this next go about.
And he's a plus. So you mean to tell me Sterling comes into this
He's not
fight
gonna-
as
I
a
don't-
plus
Yes,
215?
former champ. First fight back.
You know what? I don't even bet
Maybe
UFC typically. This guy's got me dabbling a little bit, but you know what I call that in my world?
Yeah. So
That's provolone. cousin.
because Aljamain's been on pods and he's saying like he wants to retire, I've heard. And this guy, this Russian dude, he's a bad dude. Bad dude.
I'll
He's-
take minus 285 and throw it in a par.
Yes.
That's a juicer, we call it.
Yeah.
Minus 285 and a par.
265.
Juice it up.
265.
Minus 265. Add him because I'm going to give you a 4-banger and a 3-banger.
Okay.
Now, let's get to the juicy.
I'm ready
The destiny,
I like
the
the
fate.
juicy.
You guys have found me on here and got really hyped, and you guys changed the sports book. I'm one man, I'm one voice, but what did we do? Every sports book in the world removed a future bet of Themba because
Themba.
of this podcast right here.
It did. Every
That's true.
sports book took down the future on Themba. I have requested for them to put it back up at lower odds, and every single book has said to me, no.
No.
No,
said
sir.
no.
We do not want to offer the market.
We
which
were
tells-
shocked. We were shocked.
I'm like, why though? I don't understand. Like, it was 500 to 1. Offer it to me at 100 to 1. I'm cool with that. And they said, absolutely not.
Okay, so I'm getting dinner with Themba on Friday. I'm bringing my trading card. I'm going to have him sign it. I've met him before, but now there's some different energy.
That's a Topps trading card, by the way.
It's a Topps trading card. Topps, shout out Topps. I've been pulling some bangers with you guys. Send me some packs so I can rip them.
Yeah.
So I'm going out to eat with him. Now, this man was the backup. Vincent Luque. He follows me on Instagram too. Shout out Vincent. What's up, bro? If you're watching this. He's fighting Vincent. He's a dog. Bilal beat him in their last go about, but Vincent also beat Bilal back in the day. That's one of Bilal's losses.
So Themba's fighting him?
Themba's fighting him. But Vincent was set to fight Nick Diaz. Nate Diaz's older brother, who's been washed. He hasn't even fought in like 10 years.
Nick Diaz?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the older brother. And then they found out that he is actually, and it's sad, like not doing well with drugs. They found a video of him like smoking crack, like crazy shit. So they literally pulled him out last week.
That's sad.
So he was going to fight an old washed guy who hasn't fought in a while, and now he's getting hungry, motivated. Manifest King Themba.
I know.
You remember what story?
So you know what's crazy about that though?
I'll tell it after this.
Themba, months ago, when they were set to fight, said, hey, I want to be the backup for that fight. I think something's going to happen. Again, this fucking wizard. He manifested it, and now he's the backup. And guess what? That helps our future plus 50,000 future champ bet, because guess what? If he beats him, and when he beats him, he moves into the rankings. He's top 12 at the end of the year 2024, going into 2025.
And you have all the way until the end of 24.
Yes,
And
25.
Can I
End
say
of 25.
Can I say something as an outsider?
That's
too?
crazy.
Let me just say, as an outsider, this is interesting because this is not a gimme fight. I mean, Themba's only a minus 150
it's better
on
than
the
that.
ML.
It's better than that.
They think that this
Thank
other
you for
guy
saying
could
that.
potentially win.
No, thank you for saying that. Last week, he was a minus 210. I told everyone, do not touch it. You guys, if you're watching this, wait until fight night. I'm trying to get you the best value, the best bang for your buck.
We're
Come
gonna
fight
wait.
night.
You and I are gonna wait on that one.
They're going to be dead even. They think Luque's going to do it. They're going to be dead even. I haven't even touched it, and he's my lock. So stay tuned. I'm waiting. It's dropped already 70 points. He was a minus 215, 220.
The last
And
drop
you want
like
him to
that
win.
was Patty P. Remember?
Yes.
Patty P flipped like he went from plus 20
180
and he went
to
all the way
minus-
down.
yes.
This is a little bit opposite of that.
But we'll take it.
Themba needs to win this though
He
because
needs to. He actually has to. Vincent doesn't need to, doesn't have to.
Okay. I like this. Quick story about the Nick Diaz camp.
Oh,
So
shoot.
Jake Paul was fighting Nate Diaz
Yeah.
in that boxing match.
That was terrible.
We're in Dallas, right? And I'm in the lobby, and before I go to the gym, I always have bottles of water. You've seen me. I always carry 2 bottles of water.
Yes.
So
He's a
I
water
have
freak.
my water bottles with me, and Nate Diaz goes, "Yo, can I have a bottle of water?" And I was like, no.
No.
I go, "You're not on my team, cuz." You're on the wrong fucking team then. And then his staff was like, "Fuck you for not giving us the water." I go get your own fucking water.
I love Nate,
Like, get
bro.
away from me.
I'm a
comedy.
big Nate fan. I've met them outside of clubs in LA, and
They're ready to fight
Dude, they'll
anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
This is me.
They fought at the fight in the
Yeah.
last round.
Remember as one guy tried to climb up into the
This
stands?
dude was throwing haymakers on the
guy,
ground.
Remember in the weigh-ins, I was talking shit to the one guy who
Yeah.
tried to come into the stands.
Shout out
Yeah.
the Diaz brothers. You guys are legends.
Yeah, no, you can't hate Nate Diaz. He is a
No.
UFC legend.
Or Nick.
He's fire.
But give us a UFC parlay.
Okay, so now up next we got Dominic Reyes.
Oh, we have one more. Sorry.
A couple more.
Oh,
we got Dominic
God.
Reyes versus Anthony Smith. I fade Smith for life. I'm going to go Reyes. Still not my lock. Then you got Nate.
He's a par
He's
plug-in.
a par plug-in. I got Nate versus Do Hoi Choi. Nate is one of these black tar heroin, straight from a trailer park, meth head white boys. You can hit him with a bat. And in my opinion of fights, a lot of Asians, some are tough, but a lot of them don't have chins. I think Nate's going to find it. He's a plug-in parlay. I'm meeting Choi actually at dinner. So
Make sure you tell him you got the other guy plugged into your par.
I'll probably leave that out. Bryce Mitchell.
Oh,
Bryce
God.
Mitchell, take Bryce. He's going to win.
Am I the only one who cracks up with the stuff he says?
No, I was dying over this guy says he's a what?
Meth head, crackhead.
Black tar heroin straight from the trailer park. He's like Sean from Boy Meets World.
I want these guys to see these videos because I would just love to be at the UFC
Oh
fight.
my God.
And I want to let you know something. If something went down, I'd get my ass beat with you.
Of course.
Just so you know.
for that. Thank you for
I
that.
would. I don't run away.
I would do
from
the same
that.
for you.
Yeah. I'm like, this sucks. Can you stop talking shit
It'll
about
bring
these
followers.
guys? Yeah.
It'll bring. Okay, so now someone for your parlay. We have Themba, right? We have Mosvar. There's your 2. Cyril Gain. Cyril Gain is fighting Volkov. Volkov's
Is this
a
guy
beast.
400 years old?
No.
No?
No.
Why do I feel like
This
he's
guy
that old?
fights often, I feel like, though.
Cyril
Is it?
Gain? He's active enough. Volkov just won. You saw him fight like 2 months ago, actually.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah. Gain already fought him, beat him. Nothing's really changed. I think the same thing's going to happen. Moving on to Ian Gary versus Shavkat. This is my
Ian
lock.
Gary. Oh my god.
I love Ian Gary.
This is
I
a-
have
this
won
is
money
a-
on
I
Ian
was
Gary.
gonna
This is a
five times.
better guy.
Hey, I just want to say I love
Big
Ian
fan,
Gary.
big
He's always
fan.
been good with me, bro.
I've met him.
Class
Big fan.
act.
Big
Class
fan.
act,
Big
man.
fan. I've won so much money on Ian. For this though,
He's a huge dog.
it's a huge dog for a reason.
Yeah, he's
They're
fighting.
both undefeated, 18-0, 15-0. My purpose and point of this, rumors are going around. He actually admitted it on whenever they commentating thing. Ian's like, yes, he tapped me out in practice a few times. It is what it is. This is a real fight now. So Shavkat's already tapped him out a few times. But my whole thing is, Ian, this is going to make him better.
Yeah.
Number 2, check this out.
Ian's a lot younger, isn't he?
Yes.
This is a big fight for him just to
Huge.
take.
So Ian's skipping levels. If he wins this, he gets a title shot versus Bilal. Bilal beats him both, by the way. And I stand on that, and I'll stand on that no matter what. Build the boogeyman Shavkat story after he wins this too. Good. Give me better odds for Bilal. I'm 8-0 with Bilal. Suck me sideways. So
Okay.
check this out.
Sideways.
Sideways.
That thing curves.
Shit.
So this is the biggest part. Shavkat's supposed to fight Bilal, right?
Okay.
Bilal said, yo, I'm sick. I can't fight you. So what would we have done? We would have been like, no worries, I'll wait till April or May.
He said, I'll take
I'm not going to risk my title shot.
I'll take another fight.
He goes, I'll fuck him up too, and then I'll see you in April.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That's scary. That's it. Like, that's it for me.
That's
right?
terrifying.
That's it. He's risking it. He's like, no, don't worry, I got him. He's easy.
It's fine. I'll fight and get paid one more time.
Yeah.
But the devil's advocate is
it's a fight. Everyone has a chin. Anything
It's
can
a
happen
fight.
in a fight. Anything.
We call it a fist and a chin.
it's
It's
in
like
Vegas,
chip in a chair.
Here's the thing that's alarming. I think about this: the value for Ian Gary in a fight like this
Incredible.
at this
You might
stage
have
in
to
his
sprinkle
career,
it.
plus 290.
Hedge
I
it.
mean, that sounds like a potential head kick knockout out of nowhere. Plus
Anything
290.
can happen in a fight. Let me tell you that, you guys. Let me tell you that. So be nice in the
No
comments.
one thinks he's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. It's going to be hard for me to bet against a guy that was so nice.
Exactly. I won't bet
human.
against him. Good luck this weekend, Cuzzo.
Yeah,
Last
but you
fight.
love it. You love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
last
got to give
fight.
us the parlay. Oh, last fight. Go ahead.
Last fight is Pantoja versus Kai. I will be taking Pantoja. Trust me, I want him to lose. I want a new champ. I want some new blood and energy in there. They're bringing this guy from like a Japan league.
You're going to be there for 6 hours with all these fights.
Oh yeah, I'm always am. I love that.
Oh, wow.
I love that,
Yeah.
dude. I'll be VIP. I'll be like eating for free, drinking for free.
Cuzzy, can I
you know.
ask you something? Is this fight worthy of like the main event?
No, Shavkat and Ian should have been the main.
Yeah, I
So why they're doing that is because since Bilal pulled out, it's still a pay-per-view, and you can't have a pay-per-view that's not a champ. So they had to bring in what champ can fight? Pantoja's down.
making a lot of sense
Who will
now.
fight Pantoja? So listen to this.
It's a
It gets-
rent-a-friend.
They brought in
Yeah,
Kai.
this guy's-
No, this is even crazier. They brought in Kai, who's never fought in the UFC. He's never fought in an octagon. He's from a Japanese league, like a Pride Fighting Championship
I'll
league
take the
with
Asian.
a ring. Yeah, tough guy. He can
Put me
bang.
down for the Asian
I
guy.
hope he wins.
Asian guy, no knowledge, plus 210.
I hope he wins. to be
Cuzzy, I
honest
got
with
news for you. 210 ain't enough for that dude in his first fight. I mean, why are they only giving 210?
He's a badass in another league, but
I'll take Asians.
He might be a badass in this league.
he might be.
Cuzzy.
I hope so.
I'll take
But
Asians anytime where they're plus
Pantoja.
210 and nobody thinks they're going to win.
He said Pantoja.
Real quick, what country is he from?
He's from one of them. He's from one of them.
Can someone tell me where that guy's from?
Pantoja
I think it's Japan.
is from
It's
Brazil,
Japan,
right? The
Japan?
guy's fighting
Yeah,
from
give me that.
Brazil.
Yeah, it's Japan.
give me the Japanese guy.
Yeah, who he's fighting is
From
from,
Brazil?
Brazil. Yeah.
Give me the Japanese guy,
like it.
Shohei Ohtani. Yeah.
Kai Asakura.
Okay, so here's a
Plus
good lock for you
205
guys right now.
for you.
Themba, guaranteed. Shavkat, guaranteed. Gain, guaranteed. Mosavar Ilavov, guaranteed. Now that's a four-banger. Now I'm going to do something crazy for you.
That four banger pays 3-1.
Plus 270.
Okay,
Now,
plus 270. Sorry.
yeah, almost, right? And then you got I got a safer three-banger for you guys. Now, here's what I want you to do. This is for next week. It's a little give me for you guys. Themba, Shavkat, Jaquan Buckley. Main event next week in Tampa. He's fighting Colby. Colby's dusted. He's done. It's his final. Send him off. Buckley's going to win. Those three together, plus 190 odds. It is a lock. You
That's
heard it
Colby
here now.
Covington?
Yeah, he's done.
Please, I
See?
knock that guy
There
out.
it is.
Hey, real quick,
please.
I saw that.
I don't mean to talk
Good for
about
you.
it, but Pistons are down 6.
Oh.
And all I'm going to say is, how you doing? They were down 20 in the 4th. They're down 6.
They were down 20 in the 4th.
I can't wait to go look at messages. If they cover 17, I know people
You
were like,
bum.
People were looking at me and they're like, you dumb mother, you dummy, you
For sure
bum.
they were. For sure. Now he's
Yeah.
that's good energy. Well, you guys,
damn, I gotta shut up.
That's
You're
it.
down
That's all I
7
got
now.
for you. Thanks for having me on the show. Now it's your turn. Take over.
We're
football.
happy to have you. Time to talk NFL.
Cuzzy,
Here we go.
thank you for those UFCs.
All right, let's rattle through these. Let's go.
Let's
Packers
go.
are legit. They beat the hell out of the Miami, got off the plane, and you ever see in the bobsled movie where they get off the plane and they're cold? What is that movie called? What's that
Jamaican bobsled
yeah,
team?
where they get off and they're like, where the hell are we? Like, it's too cold.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't
I've
think of
seen
it.
it.
Long story short, that was the Dolphins. And I feel bad for him. I think Eddie Murphy's in that movie, by the way. So anyways, they showed up in Green Bay. They were looking around. The cold air hit them. I should have known. I thought Miami could get it done because there wasn't any snow on the ground. I thought they'd be able to go out there, get the heaters going. By the way, Lambeau Field's heated, by the way,
It
on the
is.
bottom. So I thought they'd be okay. But
Cool runnings.
Cool runnings, yeah.
running,
That's what I'm
But
saying.
they were not, and I don't know what to make of this Dolphins team. I really don't.
I know what to make of them.
Go ahead. What?
It was, hey, the Dolphins might be good. Then Tua got hurt. So, hey, the Dolphins aren't good because Tua got hurt. But now Tua's back and the Dolphins still suck and the Dolphins suck. There it is.
Yes. I'm not a Tua
There's
fan.
the Dolphins, 4-8,
that guy's
not
got
good.
CTE.
Yep.
Tua's been back for about 3 weeks now. They still don't look good. They're going to play the Jets and maybe get a pat on the back this week. But other than that, I think Miami sucks.
Well, next one. Bears lost to the Lions. Our coach got fired. I don't even have anything to say about this game except for I really hope this guy, Eberflus, I hope he goes and gets a coordinator job because he's a great defensive coordinator.
That's fair.
And I will give him that, but he does not belong. It's the Peter principle. If you don't know what the Peter principle is, you can only bring somebody as far as they're willing to go, or their brain is willing to take them. So his brain is willing to take him to a defensive coordinator. Anything higher than that, he's not built for it. It's not his forte. And I'm happy that the Bears lost this game. I know that sounds crazy, and I even had the money line, but I'm happy because it got us to a new beginning.
It did. It got us to a new beginning. And listen,
needed.
I don't like to see anyone get fired. In fact, I oftentimes feel sad when I see a guy get fired because I think about his family and all the other stuff that's a part of it. But the bottom line is you make a call this bad and then you double down with the media and you say that this was done the right way. He may not, even after making the worst judgment call ever by not using a timeout and at least attempting to tie the game, with all that
Buddy,
put aside,
there was multiple things you could have done there.
multiple.
Call a timeout with 33 seconds. Get a good play call in. Throw it down the middle. Get 8-9 yards. Send your field goal team out there. Tie the game with no time left. Or even run the ball. Let the clock run down. Have your kicker go out there. Tie it. I mean, there was multiple things they could have done.
A lot of things.
Anyways, next one. Mahomes throws for 309 and they barely won. It is unreal how this team just continues to get lucky.
Pfizer.
I've really never seen a team like this before, a team that blocks a 26-yard game-winning field goal 1 week, and then another week the team's running the clock out to just line up a chip shot.
To kick it, and they fumble.
And they fumble.
It's just...
They just keep walking away with a W. I don't know how it happens, but it happens.
I even have Taylor Swift fans that are my wife's friends texting me being like, I'm starting to think it's crooked in that league. Like, I have them I have women sending me messages like, something doesn't feel right. Somehow they just keep winning. They shouldn't. It's weird.
NFL entertainment.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
Yeah, I hope not, because nothing gets me going more than football, and I can't afford for that to be true. Do you have any feelings on that, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, Lady Luck has been on the Chiefs' side. Most of this has all been at home at Arrowhead. So that will be intriguing to see if they hang on to that top seed for the AFC postseason. But, yeah, some of these teams have just gagged point blank. It's almost like Matt Eberflus is coaching every game against the Chiefs. Is the joke.
KC could literally have 4 losses right now.
Maybe 5, yeah.
Yeah, literally, though. Like, Panthers,
Falcons.
Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens
Broncos.
Broncos,
By a
Raiders.
toe, by a toe,
we
by
could
a
just
kick,
keep
like,
rattling
dude.
them off. I sleep. I get nightmares of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I had a dream that Taylor Swift and I were friends. I woke up. I was like this.
Whoa. Yeah.
I
thought
will
I was
say,
gonna
though,
throw
the
up.
crazy thing about it, too, is that when you look at the level of competition, that doesn't even look good. They're not even playing good teams and barely coming out ahead.
He did throw for 309. That's the highest all year.
Yeah, with one touchdown.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Texans beat the Jags. We're going to talk about the hit, though.
Let's talk about the hit.
The hit heard around the league. So El Shair got suspended for 3 games.
Wow.
I don't agree with 3-game
No,
suspension.
one game.
No, he got 3 games.
You got 3.
He's put in an appeal in now to get that reduced. However,
should be one.
I don't think that's going to happen for the sole
it's the
fact that
arm.
he
It's the
used the
arm.
arm towards the head area.
If he would have just left his arm behind and flew in, it probably would have been a 1 game, if even that. But it's the arm, like you could see the forcible movement towards it. Now, what I'll say is we're in a really weird spot with these quarterbacks because you can't hurt them, and if you hurt them, you get in trouble. But if you don't tackle them, you lose.
He got jumped after
So
that.
he did. He
got
did get
jumped.
and then he tried to fight like people in the stands. And
Yeah.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Wow.
Yeah.
So he's going to lose a
this
lot of money.
suspension comes without pay, by the way. So all 3 of these games
You know
come
how much
without
he loses?
pay.
You know, I'd love to know that.
I would love to know that
Yeah,
as well.
Maybe one of you guys can look up how much he gets paid per
Jamie,
game.
look that up.
Yeah. So we'll see what that is. But anyways, he got suspended. Texans are a weird team too. You got to be careful with them. I bet the Jags in this game plus the points and the money line, and I kind of feel like I got robbed there. Just saying.
You did, and that's because their coach, D'Amico Ryans, I figured out the way he coaches in the fourth quarter. The way he coaches is to simply win. It doesn't matter if it's by 1, 2, 3. His coaching aspect is not, he's very conservative, and he looks to win.
He doesn't care about how many.
Nope.
El Shair is eligible to return to Houston. Will cost him about $265,000.
So divide that by 3, and there's your game checks.
That's a lot of money for a guy not getting paid a ton.
Yeah, just over $1 million he's getting. So
That's sad.
90K a
I-
game.
I don't agree
1.5
with.
million
I don't agree with
yeah,
that.
making. So
You'll never get me to agree with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
The suspension, fine, but not the money.
Not the
Yeah,
money.
not 3
Not the
games.
money.
I mean, maybe 1 game without pay, and then off the 2 games with pay. I mean,
I wonder if the
Yeah.
team can give him a bonus at the end of the year and
They
say,
might,
hey, here's
they
the
might.
here's the 265 back.
That'd be cool.
Anyways, all right, what were we gonna do? Vikings barely beat the Cardinals. Another game where I had the Cardinals and lost. God, I knew when they didn't score the touchdown and they were up 6. I knew they were going to lose by 1, and it hurt my heart because I feel the Cardinals are outplaying teams.
yep, and their coaching is limiting them at times.
I feel
Jonathan
that way.
Gannon probably should have went for it. Even before halftime, it was like a Cardinal sin seeing them settle for a field goal by not even throwing the ball to the end zone with 15 seconds left.
I don't get it.
They threw to McBride at the 5, and they let the clock run down. 'Cause
I
it was 4th
don't
down.
get it.
And at the end of the game, they're up 3. And they decide to kick the field goal to go up 6. They lose by 1, and then they even let the time go down from 2:40 to 2 minutes.
I
Which
watched-
could have
3
costed them,
timeouts.
Yeah.
I
know they didn't
watched
get
the
any first downs.
Cardinals make the biggest mistake they could have ever made towards the end of the third quarter, and they simply gave away to Flores the fact that, hey, you're in man coverage. We are going to go to the big guy on every single play. And because of that, every time Murray dropped back, eyes straight to the big man.
McBride,
After a while, like you said, they get pushed back on a penalty.
Right.
The ball's going to McBride. They throw the ball short.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Murray. Had him in a fantasy league once. I did fantasy league once in my
There you
life.
go.
And he,
Murray is boomer bust.
Yes,
When
he
he
is.
says
I
stuff like
love
that.
his tidbits. I really do. Nothing you can do there. I will tell you, the Vikings are proving that in a late game, Sam Darnold is more than capable of performing and
once.
winning. So be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful with the Vikings. They can.
I
win
already
those
told you
games.
what the Vikings are going to do, though.
If the Vikings get rid of Sam Darnold at the end of the year, it'd be
Yeah.
a sin.
Vikings
yeah.
Vikings are going to turn their back on Sam Darnold, honestly, like he's a Pop Warner quarterback.
Would be an absolute sin.
I agree.
They should go to jail.
They're gonna.
Bold prediction: these two are going to play again in the postseason.
Ooh.
Could be the 3-6.
I like that. I like that. All right, next one. Jets. They were up 21-0. I did bet them. I don't know what to tell you. They were up 21-0. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
They were up 21-6 or 7, whatever. And then they, what was it, a fumble? They turned it over?
The pick, yeah.
Yeah, the pick or the fumble. And
Yeah, they had a kickoff fumble. Yeah,
It's
everything
just-
that could go wrong did, and they.
How the live odds were, the Seahawks were plus 1,000, down 21. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with that team. And I get it. I get it. I torture myself. But the Seahawks aren't that bad, I know.
Listen, the Bears are 4-8, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the Jets
yeah,
are
yeah.
3-9.
Yeah.
And the Bears have lost 4 games on essentially the final play of the game, correct? Mm-hmm. So why do I want to know nationally why the Bears the Bears get as much heat as the Jets do. The Jets are worse than the Bears. They're doomed.
The Jets aren't just worse. There's a culture problem there.
How about Rodgers' legacy? I want to ask you about Rodgers' legacy. Is
ruining
this
it?
season affecting Rodgers' legacy?
Yeah.
I think it would be crazy to say no.
He could have
looks
walked away on
horrible.
top. He could
does.
have walked away a king.
I think that's why he's going to play one more year.
Yeah.
He has
Needs-
to.
Fix it.
Yeah.
He better hope he fixes it though, because one more season like this,
Another
is
ayahuasca trip.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next one. Steelers scored 44 points. I have no freaking idea how. They are somehow proving me wrong week in and week out. They did give up 38 points, which is crazy because that defense is good. Russell Wilson is making Anthony go crazy. That is his Geno Smith. Russell Wilson had 414 yards of passing.
crazy.
He is whooping ass this year. Anthony,
How?
what are your feelings on it?
Russell, you're throwing the deep ball, cuz you keep throwing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it good. I had a feeling when they got Mike Williams, another big body receiver, I mentioned it, a possession catcher, that you'd start throwing the ball up a little bit more, and you have 414 yards. And I just want to say, I told you guys 3-4 weeks ago, the Bengals are horrible. They're terrible. They suck. And that's what they are. They have the worst defense that I've ever seen play in the National Football League. They have the worst defense I've ever seen play in the National Football League. Guys, it doesn't matter who's throwing the ball on them. It's 400 plus.
Period.
It is crazy. I won't lie.
Burrow's throwing for 278 a game. They're losing
Can't get
every
away.
game.
Bones, are the Bengals the worst defense that's ever played?
I mean, lately, yeah. Lately, yeah. I mean,
Since
I mean
the
they're pretty
60s.
bad. I mean, I think it's maybe a little overblown because the Panthers are pretty franchise worst points allowed. There's some other bad defenses out there, but the
Panthers
Bengals
are supposed to
correct. I couldn't agree more. I
don't
mean,
have a Burrow.
you got Hendrickson, who's arguably an All-Pro
Are the
pass
Bengals
rusher.
Are the Bengals the biggest letdown of the NFL
Biggest
season?
flop.
Or the Jets?
I mean,
That's the question. Are the
Yeah.
Jets or the Bengals, the
Bengals.
biggest letdown of the year?
well, it's funny. That was a dark horse AFC title game for many. Those two teams. And those teams. Whoopsie.
Rip that ticket up. And I won't lie. I thought the Jets.
Cancun come early for those guys.
I wasn't a Bengals fan because I know that they partied on the offseason. Just kidding. Know all about what they were doing. But I did believe in the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah, I would lean Jets probably just because they've been so inept in
Didn't
some
that
of these
guy,
games.
like, cash
I know
out
the
his-
Bengals defense. At
his
least the
bet
Bengals
for the
keep losing
Jets?
close.
Yeah, he
There's
was
been
smart.
some games, but it's a good argument.
The Jets, they blew up their team like they were
did.
about to do something special. That's all they've done is lose.
I've got another one that's really good. The Atlanta Falcons had 350 yards of offense. The Chargers had 187 yards of offense. And the Chargers won 17-13.
Yeah.
Cousins threw 4 interceptions. Cousins was not cousining that day. They dropped their Falcons dropped their third straight and are now tied with Tampa for the division. I'm not panicking. I think the Falcons are still okay.
Beautiful. I love to hear you say that. I hope the Falcons are okay too. I've been riding the Falcons for 2 years.
Yeah.
Cousins, get your head out of your ass. That's 4 picks in that game. That's pissing me off.
Luckily,
I
they
need you
still
big
have
this week.
the tiebreaker over Tampa Bay, the 2-game sweep this year.
Correct.
So they
Both
just gotta-
6-6
Yeah,
though, and you
yep.
know how scrappy Baker and the Bucks are. Cousins, speaking of Baker and the Bucks, they just squeak one out. 26-23 over the league's worst Panthers. Bucky Irving, 152 rushing yards in this game.
Bucky Irving plays so hard. And what's funny is when there was 33 seconds in the game, Panthers took the lead. Bryce Young was running around the field like he was Rocky Balboa. And I said, oh, man, they got 3 timeouts in Baker Mayfield. You're probably going to go to overtime. And then even in overtime, they had the chance to win it. And Hubbard fumbled on the 30-yard line.
did.
Costed them the chance for the field goal to win the game. It was very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Raiders-Chiefs situation.
Sure.
And then Tampa got the ball back, kicked a field goal on the 5-yard line, and I covered plus 4.5 live on that.
There you
Thank
go.
goodness. Thank you.
Yeah,
Listen,
Thielen had a
people-
big catch.
People are going to freak when I say this, but I want you guys to think about this. Baker Mayfield is a lot like Tom Brady in the sense of he could have nothing going for himself in a rare game, like one rare game where he's got nothing going.
And win.
But then when his team's down 3, they're like, okay, buddy, here's the ball and here's a couple timeouts. And what can you do for us right this minute? and he just delivers, man.
Chicken
He's the
salad
delivery
out of
man.
chicken shit.
I won't lie to you.
He's the delivery man, bro.
If there was an alter ego to the Cousins show, it's probably Baker Mayfield.
I like it.
I would say so.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's undersized. He's got the heart of a champion. He finds ways to win.
I'm sorry.
I'm comparing you to quarterbacks.
I'm sorry. Who's undersized?
He's a stud, all right?
And has the
5'8", Dan.
and has the heart of a champion.
I'm saying you're not 6'5", 220. You're undersized
Look at me.
compared to
I
most
walk
quarterbacks.
around like I am, though. I
He's
want
got
you to know that.
6'4" energy.
Yeah, I will
No,
run.
bigger.
6'4"
I'm
energy.
actually a little girthy. I'm 198 right now. Got to lose a little weight, but I will tell you, I'll run you over. Here we go. Next one. That was funny. I enjoyed that. The Rams won an ugly game, 21-14. I don't have much to say about this game. It was just weird.
It was the most Rams football ever. I apologize to those who took Matt Stafford with me last week. He had like 50 yards at halftime. It was the most bizarre type Rams game.
It felt like the Rams didn't want to play.
The Rams literally relied on the run game and playing D, and they said at some point in this game, we'll just outscore you and we'll win.
Yeah, that's
Better
true.
coaching all around. I told you guys last week the coaching would come down to the wire in that game, and the better coach took control and got
Rams
his
are
team
plus
down the field.
250 to make the playoffs. I don't hate it. With the Niners dead, there's a
my
good
God.
there's a good shot.
The Niners in the snow.
Yeah, Niner.
How about the Ravens kicker? 3 missed kicks.
You know what's funny? We're going to the Ravens right now. Are the Ravens in trouble at 8-5? They haven't looked good, and the Eagles are 10-2. I'm going to tell you how I feel. If you put a gun to my head and said the Eagles are playing the Ravens again,
They'll lose.
I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
And
Lamar didn't
I
show
won't
up.
lie to you. Justin Tucker needs to get back the swag he's had for his whole career.
God.
Because I don't know if he owed maybe Billy Bertucci some money in Philly. Because he was missing kicks that I've never seen him miss.
Not Billy Bertucci.
3 kicks.
Billy Bertucci said, "I need it. Here's the envelope. You know what to do."
Kid, you got that manila folder.
It
Wasn't he
reminds.
the
You ever
best?
seen the movie Replacements, where the kicker's
Nigel
looking at the
Gruff.
stands?
Great
And
movie.
he's like,
He's smoking the
he
cig.
looks into the stands, and the guys are like,
He's wiredy.
Yeah, he's wild.
That's right. That's right.
Dude, that's my favorite movie.
Love it.
Yeah.
"That's what
Falco.
Justin Tucker was."
Yeah, shout
That's
out
going to be a
Falco.
clip that we create because
Keanu
that's
Reeves.
funny. That's honestly.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker was the guy in the Replacements.
He
We're
was.
going to create that clip.
He was
Yeah.
nervous.
Immediately.
He's been screwing up major lately.
Yeah.
Cousin, the question for you is, though, you and I been shout out to cousin Georgie G for this next segment.
Georgie G's a real Eagles fan. They're churning along.
You and I have been kind of dogging the Eagles for about 2 years now, minimum. Are the Eagles, do you feel at this point at 10-2 that they are a real team?
Yeah. If they continue to run the ball the way they're running it, I already gave you the script on how to beat the Eagles. You got to get them to 3rd and 7 or longer and run a QB spy, and you win. Because if they're 3rd and 7, they have to pass the ball, and Hurts can't run with his legs. And you create, and I get it, they have Devontae Smith, they have A.J. Brown, and I'm sure sometimes they'll convert. But if you consistently hold them to 3rd and 7 or longer, Jalen Hurts is not that guy. He's not. He's great when the game's being played and it's physical and there's 4 yards of carry. If you just get him to 3rd and 7, you can beat the Eagles, no problem.
I think I know Georgie G too.
Georgie's a good guy.
Georgie G, he's the man. Yeah. 2 epiphanies have happened with the Eagles organization. I've been dogging on these guys for a while, but I've always said, if you decide to run the ball, you'll win. So that they decided to run the ball, and number 2, they got the best running back in the world on their team, and because of that, I do believe finally that they are dangerous at 10-2.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Well, the Pistons covered my spread. They even covered the regular game line spread, so nobody can insult me. It wasn't pretty. The Pistons should have won that game. It was an ugly first quarter.
What'd they cover by?
The Pistons are going to cover by. They're going to lose 129 to like 120.
Beautiful.
There's 30 seconds left, but
What's wrong
whatever.
with that?
Anyways, next one. Here's where we're at 130 to 120 right now. Anyways, next one. Here's where we're at. Bills are currently the best team in the NFL.
NFL.
Yeah.
Not AFC, NFL.
They're currently the best team in the NFL.
Okay.
You can't argue what I'm seeing, and it's not even with big name guys. They're running like they're I'm going to tell you something. If you're a factory employee, if you're not a Bills fan, you're dumb, because that's what that team is. They are America's team.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are no longer America's team. The Bills are.
You got a new wife,
The
too.
Buffalo Bills are America's team.
Oh yeah, he's playing the American hero.
Yeah.
I did hear a little
Yeah, you saw that? His ex? She was petty for that.
We're going to talk about that. Not today. But we are going to talk
doing
about
what you're
that.
doing, brother.
I got
Alan, you were real.
I got so Josh Allen. All right, here I'll do a quick tidbit.
He's Captain America
Josh
right
Allen
now.
got engaged to a superstar.
Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend got bitter. I guess
trade
there's a rumor that the ex-girlfriend is sleeping with the Bills owner. The Bills owner is in an open relationship where that's like okay.
Sick.
And
So, hey, respect.
some guy said, "You're gonna find another athlete." She goes, "I don't need to find another athlete. I found the owner of the team."
She said no more CTE.
Yeah, she was talking some trash.
She said that.
All I'm gonna say is no more CTE, fine, but now you got
I have an
wrinkly.
owner.
Now you got wrinkly callunes on your face, honey.
You know what I would say if I was Josh Allen?
What?
Hey, go ask the owner. Go up in his office. Ask him right now. Is he going to keep me on the team or is he going to get rid of you?
Yeah.
Your ass will be on the next flight out. You'll be flying Spirit 36B.
Spirit 36B.
You'll be eating corn chips and bugles. You'll have no idea what's going on. This guy will get rid of you so fast. Allen will be out there winning Super Bowls. Don't ever forget that.
I know that she got some heat for that, and I don't know.
She's claiming it was a hack. She got hacked.
Oh, yeah.
Did she?
Uh-huh.
Good call.
Sure.
Good call.
That was Bill's PR. You better go up there and
hacked all the
say
time.
you got hacked.
I'm gonna get hacked tomorrow.
Whatever. That's what he was bringing up. Anyways, Josh Allen is currently the MVP in my eyes. Saquon Barkley number 2. The Niners are completely dead. It's over. The Niners got to scratch and make some decisions.
My bae.
Next one. Broncos are 8-5. Sean Payton did exactly what I expected. He said, "I can't do it with Russell Wilson. I can't do it with Russell Wilson."
That was Mike Tyson saying Russell
Literally,
Wilson right there.
I can't do it with him. I need to get him out. I'm going to bring in a young kid. He's going to listen to everything I say. No bad habits, and we're going to turn this to be great. I love what the Broncos are doing, but I'm going to tell you now it's time to talk games and spit out lines. Bones, get ready. We're about to have some fun.
It's game time.
All right, first one. Packers are at the Lions. The Lions 3.5. Do you have a pick?
I got a pick. I'm taking Jordan Love 235 in this game. Last time they played the Lions, he threw for 275 plus. I'm taking Jordan Love 235 in this game.
Easy.
I'm also going to sprinkle under 51.5. I know the Lions like to score points. It's a divisional battle.
If my
tailing
mom,
you
I'm
on
going to tell you
that.
something. If my mom didn't take the plane,
I like that.
yeah.
can I tell you something, cuz? If my mom didn't take the plane,
We'd be at this one.
we'd be at this game.
This is an indoor special.
I would have
too.
loved it. I would have been in my sweatshirt.
Wow, this is good.
I would have loved to be there, but I'm not going to charter a plane for more money.
Mom,
I wanted to be on
let
the
us-
plane.
just
let us
drive
borrow
up there.
Let us borrow the jet, Mom.
You want me to drive 5 hours?
Yeah.
Suck it. I got pulled over in Michigan. Cop gate didn't give me a ticket, though. She was great. Couldn't pay me to drive.
You
Lady
can't
cop.
lie, though. We did the
Lady-
3.5
Hey, I saw the
hour
lady
drive. It
cop.
wasn't bad at all.
2.5. We did it in 2.5.
It wasn't bad at
I was
all.
going 97. Michigan State Police.
So
if you
how
watch,
quick do you think you could get us up to Detroit then?
4. No problem.
Lady cop.
Maybe 3.5.
You think this
Little
Lady
Wayne?
cop, let it go.
Little
this
Wayne?
indoor
Yeah,
little special isn't worth 4.5 in the car?
I love you, but no.
We would have a great time. I'm just saying.
Next
We
one,
would.
Jags at the time. I don't have a pick in that game. I'm sorry. Usually I give you a Thursday night pick, and my Thursday night picks are solid, man. Let me tell you. But I just don't have the balls to bet against the Lions. And the Packers, oh, God, they just screw me, man. Oh,
Your
God.
whole life.
You know,
Don't do it. Hey, why don't you think about it a little?
I can't.
You could throw it back later.
Campbell is 5-2 against Green Bay
Give some
in his
stats,
career.
Bo.
Bone 'em bones.
And Goff is 6-2 in his career against Green Bay in the regular season. They are dinged up, but if you're looking for a reason, Campbell and Goff historically lately have done well against the Packers.
I like that.
But,
man,
yeah.
everyone's going to be taking that over too, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm on that under 51.5. I'm going to let the world slide
you
on that
taking that?
over. Yeah.
You're betting that?
Yeah,
am.
I said that, yeah.
I'm
good.
tailing.
Love
Yeah.
235 and the under 51 and a hooker. The whole world's on that over, just
love
so you guys
hookers.
know.
All right, next game, Jags at the Titans. Tennessee is 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games at home versus Jacksonville. That is a wild stat.
Yeah.
The line is 3.5. I don't have any interest in betting Mac Jones versus
Will Levis, yeah.
Will Levis.
Buddy, if this was the only game on, I'd watch Netflix.
Oh my God.
This game sucks.
yeah, that's
These guys are bums. I don't even want to watch any of this game, bro. It's horrible.
You know what's funny? That under is really low.
It is.
But I'm not going to touch it. I kind of like the over there, but I won't touch it. This is a Ridley reunion.
It is.
Right?
He had 1 year there, over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. If you really want to get a kick, the winner of this game looking good for third place in that lovely AFC South that's been
Wow.
hideous.
Wow,
What do you
that's
get
great.
for third place in that AFC? So you get a box of Hot Pockets.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Next one, Jets at the Dolphins. Dolphins are -6.5. I am banished. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Trolls, but I got banished. I can't bet the Jets anymore, even though the line's 6.5. I'm staying away. But what I will tell you, Miami is 5-0 straight up at home versus the New York Jets. Miami is 7-1 straight up in its last games when it's versing the Jets. And the over is hit in 5 of the last 7 games in Jets games. Any other news there, Danny?
Yeah, Miami, like to your point, they've won 11 of the last 13 against these Jets. They've covered 10 of the last 12 against the Jets. The Dolphins, the Finns have risen against the Jets.
How much do you want to take the Finns right now?
So bad, but I can't.
The Finns have just terrorized me this season.
Hey, look at that self-restraint he's showing. Though.
I can't go the other
You're
way.
not going to see any self-restraint on this next one. Okay.
Next one.
Falcons at the Vikings. Give me Cousins +6.
30s.
I'm going to take it +7. So I'm going to buy a point. The line is 6. I saw it on here in the sheet. It's showing 5. I saw 6.
Yep.
I'm taking it to 7, and it's +210. Give me the money line. So I'm literally taking Vikings +7 and the money line together. You can book that together. Bang. I like it. I love it. I know. I'm not going to speak for Anthony. Do you like it?
Wait, you're on the Falcons +7.
Falcons.
Yep.
Falcons.
Yeah, not
Falcons.
Vikings.
Falcons.
Okay, I was like,
sorry. Falcons against the Vikings.
Okay.
+6 or +7 and +210. I'm taking Cousins for the Cousins against the Vikings.
Cuzzy, you know what? There's 2 wings on the Dirty Bird. There's you on the right and your Uncle Tony on the left. I'm riding the Dirty Bird with you +7. I'm also giving out Kirko Slangs. That's Kirko Slangs Cousins 235.
Okay.
This is a big bounce back game for him. I seen a lot of articles about Penix getting inserted after that 4-pick game.
I'll take that right now.
Cuzzo's going to have to sling it.
Here's
love
here's
with
what
him.
else. I'm going to give you some fun stats if you love the Vikings, and you're going to
Cousins
love it.
235.
The Vikings are 5-0 straight up in their last 5. They're 5-1 straight up in their last 6 at home. This is the craziest one. Atlanta, as a road dog, has failed to cover their last 10 out of 12 games. And I still like the Falcons.
Sometimes it's got to change.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the
New
stats
trend.
are
Yeah.
not the stats. We got somebody staring. How you doing out there? You want to come on the show? No? Yeah? Careful. I'll slap your wife in the ass and you'll like it.
We got Bacala in
All right,
here.
here we go. So long story short, I'm on the Falcons here. Danny, do you have any feelings on this game?
The Vikings keep ways to win close games. I mean, this is seemingly a big number, but there's some trends that you got to fade occasionally. Road dogs, the Falcons have been miserable, but a lot of those have been, low lines near pick'ems. This one, like you said, you're getting close to a touchdown. So I wouldn't read too much into this road dog. Atlanta's you can't play any worse than they did a week ago.
I just love the Falcons get a win here.
Yep.
It's a revenge game for Cousins.
I hear you, baby.
Next one, Saints at the Giants. I'm giving you the mic here. You had a pick.
Saints at Giants, I had a pick?
Yeah, you said you liked the Giants in this game, didn't you?
Not really. I'm going to lean on the Giants. I'm not going to give it out as a pick. I think the Giants +5 outdoors against the Saints. I like anytime I could get Derek Carr in the cold weather. I really do. But I'm just gonna lean on the Giants. They're getting 5 in this game.
They are.
Giants
at
are
home.
+5.
Yeah, I have to lean on it. I'm not going to pick it, but if I was, I would take the Giants.
Okay, fair.
It's a lot of points to get at
It
home.
is. It is.
Giants have lost their last 6 at home as a dog. And they're 1-5 against the spread at home.
There you go.
Interesting. No picks there.
No picks.
Next one, Panthers at the Eagles. Wow.
Juicy.
The Panthers have played good football.
They have.
They're not playing bad.
You know what the Panthers cannot do, though?
Stop
Beat
the
the
run.
Eagles.
Stop the run, and
Yep.
for that reason, I'm going Saquon Barkley, over 90 rushing in that game. He's going to run through those guys like a youth organization.
Love it.
He's
Love
going to
it.
run all over
like
them.
that.
I seen Bucky Irving just go for a
And
buck.
you saw a
50.
big one. Carolina as double-digit road dogs. They've lost 14 straight. No bueno. And Philly, when they're favored by double digits, they've won 13 of 15.
That's a lock. That's a lock.
My God.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
That team's brutal, bro.
I have no pick there. I don't. All right, next one. Browns at the Steelers. Hey, familiar game here.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, just saying, be careful. Browns always play the Steelers tough. Jameis Winston didn't have a terrible game. I know he threw those pick sixes. I know that there was
That last pass.
but he
was threading it.
He's playing. He's throwing. He's throwing the rock, and he's got nothing to lose. And I think beating the Steelers twice in a season would be the Browns Super Bowl.
It would be.
Absolutely, it would.
Yeah.
Prevent them from winning the division.
But Steelers are going to do it.
Guys, Jameis gets in this mode where he says, you know what, I'm going to throw for 500 today. But
You
when
know
you
what?
do something
With
like
that
that,
being said, I'll take the Browns +7.
okay.
I like that.
There you
He's
go.
taking the Browns +7. You
Buy
heard
a
that,
point,
man.
Or is that buying
Steelers, in terms of
I
winning.
bought a point. It was 6.5
Yeah,
actually last. I
Steelers
saw.
have won 21 of the last 23 against the Browns when the Steelers are favored.
Tomlin in the regular season versus Cleveland is 26-8-1.
Yeah, at that one time. Yeah.
There was one tie. I remember it actually.
When JMO gets in that 500 passing mode, the first thing that happens is he takes a lot of risks because you have to take a lot of risks to throw for that many yards. And for that reason, I'm going to give you guys Jameis Winston to throw an interception in this game. I gave you guys that the last time they played the Steelers. I'm going to give it to you again. Steelers are going to pick off Jameis whether he throws for 400 or not.
Hard to hate it. Next one, Raiders at the Bucks.
I like Raiders.
You do?
I do.
You like the
I
Raiders,
like the Raiders in this game.
Okay, tell us what you like. Go through it.
I just think after such a hard loss to the Chiefs where they could have really pulled it out, I don't think the Bucks are going to have what the Chiefs had. I think they're going to be a little vengeance game. I think forget his name. Who's the dog that hates Mahomes that always fucks with him during the games?
Max Crosby.
Crosby's going to show out next game. Crosby's going to show out next game. I think Tampa got lucky at the end pulling that win away, and I think Raiders got unlucky in their loss in that last game. I think it's going to flip.
You know what's really funny? I actually like the Raiders +7 as well. So I'll be taking the Raiders +7. I might, and I'm not giving it out on the show, there's a chance that I take the money line on the Raiders as well. And I'm going to tell you why. Aiden O'Connell plays great in warm weather. Okay. And I think the Bucks are kind of beat up after that game last week. I think that the Raiders can go there and they can maybe steal. I could see them winning the first half, and I could see them winning the game, but I like +7 to be safe. So I really like your pick there, and it's not an easy pick to make. I'm really impressed that you like that. Thank you. Any picks there?
I'm with you guys. I mean, the Bucks have failed at home against the AFC West. They're 4-6 against the number and 4-6 straight up. That's at home against the AFC West. Fits the bill here. The Bucks laying a heavy price here. 7.
Yeah.
Do we have a sweep? What about you?
We're hearing a trend. I like +7 a lot this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you cousins hit that +7.
Okay.
I'm going to root for you.
You don't
obviously.
need to hit it. It's fine. You could just be at home just watching. Yeah. Some guys like to watch in the corner. It's fine. Next game.
You see this?
Too far?
You see this?
Too far?
You see
If you
this?
don't know the joke, it's okay. I don't want you to. Next one, Seahawks at the Cardinals. I'm on the Cardinals money line. I like the Cardinals here. I think they're going to get the win. They have not played bad. Seahawks have played good. If the Cardinals win this game, they're in the lead for the division. I love it. I think the Cardinals are going to get the win, I think, relatively easy, which is kind of crazy to say. Or I could see this as well. I could see the Seahawks up early and then blowing a lead and the Cardinals winning.
You like the Seahawks right now, or the Cardinals as the favorite, or vice versa in the NFC West?
I like the Cardinals. If you ask me out of these two teams, which is going to the NFC West, I'd pick the Cardinals.
Or the NFC West? Yes, correct.
Or the Rams.
The Seahawks are currently in first, 7-5.
I think the Rams or the Cardinals win the division. That's just me.
Okay, so that Rams +250 to make the playoffs ain't a bad value. You're saying
Not a bad value.
okay. Next game, Cuzzy.
So go ahead.
Bills at the Rams. This line's a little sus. I don't know what's going on. Rams +4.5 at home, hosting the Josh Allen Bills. How you feeling about this
I'm
game?
taking Rams +5. Period.
I'm also taking the Rams +5. The Rams are my new favorite team, if you guys haven't noticed. I love the Rams. Rams +5 in this game. And the next game that everybody wants to know about.
I'm listening.
This is the
A disappointment bowl?
This could listen. Here's how I feel about this. You ready? This is an audition to be the OC and the head coach, which many guys who are good at this job, they stay around for a long time. This is going to be a couple week audition for him to showcase his skills as both of those. I think the Bears are going to play with the most confidence that they have played with all season long. And because of that, Bosa's out in this game?
I told you guys this. I love a game that a team fires a coach.
Me too. I'm on the Bears +4 in this game. I got to take the Bears. I have no choice. I feel that the Bears, like I said, they come out with a ton of confidence. They play for this guy. They play to the best of their ability. There's some extra juice there. How you feeling, Cuzzy?
You know what I like in this game, and it's weird because I don't like overs? I'm going to take the over 44.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like betting over-unders. I really don't. It's not something that I normally do. But you can lock me in on the over 44. It's not going to be in the parlay, but I'm going to bet that on its own.
Cool.
Done.
I think the team scores some points.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Uncanny of you, by the way.
I know. It's not something that
I took an under this week, too. I never take totals.
It's not something I typically mess around with, but I like it. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to take the Falcons in there. No. No. I'm trying to build the parlay in here, and it just, do I want to make it? Yeah. No.
Are you ready? Are you going to give out the par early?
No, you're good. I'm just getting it ready.
Okay, next one. Chargers at the Chiefs.
Dude, Chargers
Sunday
could do
night.
it.
The Chiefs have just looked like they could be beaten at the end of every game they play in. They're hosting the Chargers. This matchup is typically close. The Chiefs -4 Sunday night. Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Sunday night,
Chargers,
Arrowhead.
take the Chargers plus
There's
points.
there's a lot of entertainment going on for this game. Arrowhead, a lot of stars out.
I've bet against the Chiefs a lot. Man.
Yeah.
You have.
Mahomes 9-2 against the Bolts. Andy Reid 18-5, and the Chiefs have won 17 of their last 20 against the Chargers.
But for those at home, not against the Jim Harbaugh Chargers.
Different team.
I like that.
We've seen those
That
teams.
adds a different
What's
aspect.
the
Seen that
spread?
those teams
What's
spread the
plus
the
four?
wealth, do 3-4 wide, and the Chargers have been able to play smash mouth football.
What do you like?
God,
I like Chargers plus points by a point.
That's fair. I'm all right. I'm gonna give out a parlay. I'm ready to give out a parlay. Oh no, I'm not ready.
Okay, fair
He's
enough.
still not ready.
One more,
Listen,
one
we'll
more.
be
We'll move on. We'll move on.
It's all right. We have one
we'll
more
be
game.
right back.
I'll take the Chargers +4.
Oh, there it
There we
is.
go.
Bolts +4. A lot of entertainment, a lot of pizzazz on a Sunday night. He's on the Bolts +4. And that's going to lead us to our Monday night final game of the slate. The Joe Burrow and poverty defensive Bengals 4-8 at the 5-7 Cooper Rush Jerry World Cowboys. Cowboys come into this game +5 against the Bengals at home.
Couple of good numbers for each side here, so very intriguing. Injury note, Evan McPherson, who's had a rough year, he's out on the short-term IR groin injury, so no bueno for him. But we'll see. We'll see if the Bengals, here's the key ones, key stats. Bengals, they've won their last 6 straight up and against the spread against the NFC. However, Dallas at home in December as an underdog has gone 14-4-2 against the number. So the Cowboys have done pretty well at home. Big dog here. We'll see. And they're also 5-0 straight up when they played the Bengals at home their last 5 games. So 15.5 is a big number. You expecting big points in this one? This is
I think under on that.
you like the under?
I like the
Yeah,
under on
you
that.
know, there's a devil's advocate to big points. And one side you say, okay, Joe Burrow, he's going to go ahead and throw for his casual 275 plus per week, and they're going to score 1 million points. But then you also see them give up a ton of points, which is, kind of the other mentality behind it. But how many points is Cooper Rush going to be able to account for for the Cowboys side of this bet? I just don't have enough confidence to take that over, knowing that Cooper Rush is the other QB.
Sure.
I have no pick in that game, but I'm ready to give the parlay.
Give the
got
par.
it.
You've been getting all spiced up
The
over there.
parlay pays 30-1, and it's real simple. It's 5 teams. I like it. I'm gonna put $100,000 on it.
I'll tail it. Let's go.
100K.
100K. You're putting 100,000 on this par.
Pays $3 million.
Woo-hoo.
Here's what it is. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start off with the biggest dog. Here's how it goes: Falcons money line, Rams +5, Cardinals money line, Browns +7, Chargers +4 is the last leg. Sunday night football. That's the parlay.
Send me that.
That's the parlay.
Do you have anything sliced thin this week?
Cuzzy, I got about an 18-year aged San Danielle Beautiful leg of prosciutto right here. I want you to get a good look at it. You see it?
Yeah.
And I'm going to slice it up as thin as I possibly can. It's going to be Jordan Love for $235. I know you love that one. Kirko Slangs, $235. And Saquon the Don, 90 over. Take those three, take them right to the bank, knock on the door, tell them we got sliced prosciutto and we got an account number. We're looking for checking, routing. You know the rest. Ladies and gentlemen,
The man.
we love you so much.
We love you. We appreciate you. And get ready. It's going to be a fun ride.
Thanks for enjoying it, man. Yeah.